If you use ClickUp, you're probably familiar with the new Docs feature. And I say new, it's really not that new, but it now has its own little tab, so it makes it more noticeable. And so if you're not familiar or using Docs, you're probably noticing it now and wondering, how the heck should I be using this new feature? If you are not a ClickUp user and you're just kind of doing your research, deciding what tool's right for you, you might be wondering, why the hell is there a Docs feature in a task management tool? Well, it's because these days projects involve a lot of content and context and information, and sometimes you want to get that information out in more of a text way. Notion, anybody? I actually started this document earlier on this very topic because ClickUp now has this docs feature. This is more words. That's really grammatically correct, Layla. Um, because it now has this docs feature, you can organize full pieces of written content using traditional markup editor, not exactly giving Google Docs a run for its money here, but you can write full form articles, blog posts, content for microblogs, all here in the Docs feature. If you don't want to have it in the description of a task kind of smushed up, you've got a full, just dedicated page to write your content. This is really nice if you have tasks, like I said, related to content. Because as of, I think, last week, you can attach docs to actual tasks, just like you could a Google Doc or a Word doc. Docs can be really nice for areas where you just want to expand on an idea. But for this video, I'm not going to focus on that kind of common use of docs. I'm going to focus on something a little bit less traditional, which is using docs for SOPs, or standard operating procedure. Because my business name is process driven, you can imagine I'm pretty sensitive to the adherence to process, keeping things consistent and done consistently the right way every single time in your small business. As a small business, you want to use a process management tool or a task management tool that has process backbone to it. ClickUp is really good for that with the templating of tasks, but now with documents, we can push things a little further. I'm going to actually open this team handbook here to give you kind of an idea. So one of the ways that I would suggest using a doc to kind of flesh out an SOP is by using the docs feature to create a handbook that you then link around your space. Because first of all, there are two categories of process stuff that you want to have documented. It could be one level, which is kind of the listicles, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4, the steps that you need to follow to do a thing, the process to complete an action. But then there's this other category of instruction that you want to provide to your team, right? It's things like the squishy stuff. That's not quite a step in the process, but it's more so an approach or a methodology or values or culture pieces or our policies. That kind of stuff is what docs can be really powerful for. So you actually see in my team here, I have a team handbook. I have a folder called team and culture and a subfolder called internal SOPs, or internal standard operating procedure. And I have this little basic team handbook binder to kind of talk through the things we stand for and what we do and don't do and why we do or don't do them. And I think this is a really creative way to expand upon your why in an area that's easy to edit and alter. So you see right here, I'm editing and altering things. There's a fly. Oh my gosh, get out of here. I'm editing and altering things to make sure that this area is the most up-to-date as it can be. So pretty easy. You can also embed Loom or YouTube videos into here, which is really awesome if you are someone who tries to make your SOPs less boring, which I highly recommend. Maybe you have a culture video that's not cringy. God, I don't even know if that exists. Maybe it's more of a video from you, the owner, saying, welcome to your remote team, maybe your new team member section. Whatever it is, I think looking at handbooks and bringing them online into these spaces can be really, really powerful. Once the document's in here, you can then share the doc, and this is kind of a new feature. You can share the doc with a specific location in your ClickUp, so anyone who's in a certain folder, which might be a team, which might be a project, or you can share it with anyone who, any specific people you'd like, or you can share it privately where it's only yours. So if you, for example, have a strategy or a vision section, maybe you don't want to share that with the team because it's more big picture stuff, so you can keep that as private. The public link sharing is also really great, where you can share the link to the handbook with the whole universe. Just share the link, copy and paste it, and post it somewhere so that you and people who aren't in your organization or aren't in your ClickUp account can access it. Maybe not so much for in a handbook, but there are instances where that could be useful. I should say, The embed code is very similar to the public link. It just lets you embed it somewhere. If you have any creative uses for the Docs feature that you are using, I would really love to hear them. If you'd like to hear more about what I'm doing to be creative with ClickUp, both for myself and slightly less creative and more practical for my clients, definitely hit subscribe, not here, but down here below the video. Click the red bell icon thing and subscribe to this YouTube channel, or follow me if you're watching this somewhere else so that you can get more of this content. If you are interested in getting these tips directly to your inbox, if you're not on YouTube, I almost said ClickUp. If you're not on YouTube very often but would like to get more of these tips directly to you when you need them, be sure to follow me online and get on my email newsletter where you can get more of these tips directly in your inbox. How convenient. All right, that was supposed to be convenient. I don't really think convenient. You know what I meant. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.